and here we go. So I thought one of the topics we would talk about first, because I know I'm struggling with it, and I'm sure other people have questions. I know other people have questions, is recruiting for the discount and for active coaches. And one thing that I personally have noticed is, when I first started, I was signing a lot of coaches. I went diamond really quick, and it was really easy for me. And then after that, I had coaches start quitting, and it really affected my mindset. It affected how confident I was about presenting the opportunity. And for me personally, I find that if I'm not super confident when I'm invited, people don't sign up. So that's just something I have noticed about myself. So when I'm getting ready to invite someone to coach, even if it's just for discount, I have to do some PD first. So that's just something I've noticed. And I did reach out to a couple of the newer diamonds who have been doing quite well with recruiting, to see what are they doing. And I just wanted to share some notes that Rachel had sent me. She's not able to make a call. But here's how Rachel is offering the coaching opportunity. And actually, I've been listening to the top coaches, and Raina Odell also does this, and she signs, 40 coaches a month or something crazy. But anyways, so offering the coaching opportunity at the time of sign up for your challenge pack. So after sending the link to purchase, Rachel will say, as an afterthought, oh, by the way, if you think this is something you really want to stick with and make a lasting change in your life, you can sign up now to get a discount on all of your future orders of Shakeology. It's what it's really to do, get the results that I wanted, and I think it will help you stay accountable to your goal. You don't have to do anything extra to sign up now, and you can cancel it. Let me know if you're interested. I thought that was pretty genius. I haven't done that myself. I think we're keeping it really simple, to the point, and it really does make sense, because how many times after people have been on Shakeology for a month, they're loving it, and they really want to do, they continue for months and months and months on Shakeology, paying extra when they don't need to, and then having that extra accountability, being in all your groups, being in a coach group. It's just, I think that's a great tactic. That's for discounts, and then the other thing that she mentioned, which I also do this, is messaging your veteran challengers, people who are in your groups every month, who are encouraging people, who are posting, messaging them personally, and asking them to help support and motivate your new people, telling them that, oh, I've got a group coming up. I know you're going to be in it, and you're going to be sharing your recipes and everything. I thought maybe you want to take a more active role, help me co-coach, just because it helps those veteran challengers feel good about themselves, feel, more encouraged, and like this is something that they can also do. So that was another tip that Rachel had. I asked Carla, I don't know, is Carla on? I can't see everyone, so I can't really tell. But Carla had said, just keep presenting the opportunity. And I agree with that, because sometimes I'll go through weeks where I'm like, I'm just inviting the challenge groups and challenge group, where I actually have to make the time to sit down and even, once a week and send those invites to coaching and talk to those people, have that difficult conversation, because it is difficult for me at times. So yeah, and is Monica on? Monica was going to say a few things. Maybe she's not on. I'm not sure. Anyways, who else has anything to add to that? I know you guys are all great at signing coaches. The ones I see here. Larissa, Jody?
I don't know. Oh, you go ahead, Joan.
I tried that technique twice this week, actually, and it didn't go so well. Like, two people were on board to go ahead and sign up for the discount. The first girl kept running into problems with, like, getting St. Catherine's. For some reason, Saint whatever, like, the website doesn't like that. So she was getting really frustrated, and she's like, she's not in a great spot in her life right now, a ton of stress. And after several attempts, I could tell she was getting upset, and I was like, you know what, I'll do it for you. I'm just gonna put your order through for now. If you wanna if you want the discount down the road, we'll set that up. But like, I had to shift my focus, because it had become a priority to get her signed up for the coach discount when she needs to get started with her challenge pack. So I guess I would say, feel it out. If it seems like an easy person and that it's going to go smoothly, that can be awesome. If there's a lot on the line for somebody and it starts to get complicated, I had a second person just go, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not giving my social insurance number. I didn't realize there were so many strings attached. And I was like, well, no, there's not. But anyway, I got one, I lost one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I recruit everyone basically from my challenge group. I mean, everybody can take coaching for what it is and the pace that you want to lead it with. It's all in your hands. And to me, I've done everything very organically. You know, I'm not just like Raina Odell, who will message the world, hey, I have this opportunity, I want you to join me. Like, to me, that's just not organic. And for the people that I have, like, randomly texted, hey, I have a coaching opportunity, I think it'd be great. Like, I wouldn't want somebody to message me that. I've been getting some random messages from the Roden and Fields people, or, like, I know you guys get a lot of it works. I don't really get it works, but, like, I can't stand people messaging me. So I don't want to be that person to them. And truthfully, I don't know. I mean, I know other coaches that somehow form relationships with these people through Snapchat and whatever, and then they're able to, like, have nice conversations and then bring them on. But I predominantly just recruit from my challenge groups. And, you know, I've gotten lucky with a few of my really good friends wanting to do it. And we've just gone that route. But, you know, I think it's hard because we all, I mean, at least me, I want to move really quickly, but it's not an organic way for me to move really quickly because I'm not good at just randomly messaging people and saying, hey, I have this opportunity. But, you know, I have grown my team and I'm about to be 2-star. So it's, you know, it will happen. And I think that you can always get 2 or 3 challengers every month to sign up as a discount coach. But you have to remember that when they are a discount coach, those are just like moving blocks. You know, it's like you're building a house and you're putting blocks in, but sometimes those bricks fall off. That's why you want to get your coaches that want to work the business so that those bricks stay still and there's like some mortar around it, you know?
Yeah, and anything that is a challenge because that's where I get all of my coaches all come from challenge groups, and I will agree with you that the number one way to get coaches is to fill your challenge groups. I think that's for sure. But it's like you said, it's like the balance of, you know, you have the discount coaches, keeping them motivated and looking for the people in that space that actually want to do this. There's not a lot of them, or I'm finding there's not a lot right now. Maybe they will come out down the road.
I don't know. I mean, I think it really depends. I mean, I'm not that person either, but I just got off a call with corporate through these other diamond coaches, and people are like swarming to them. Like they're signing like 5-6 coaches a week.
Yeah. How is
so
that?
It's not.
How is that happening?
So like they just find one another on social media. They find them on Instagram and they connect, and then it's like.
I will say I think there's so much potential on Instagram that there's a lot more people that put themselves out there on Instagram than on Facebook, and a lot more people that have a coach vibe and are already doing what we're doing but aren't coaching. I do not think that there's a ton of people on Instagram that are into fitness and are posting pictures every day and talking about their journey, but they're just doing it independently. And those people I'm talking to, but it's still a slow process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the other thing to keep in mind. Like you said, Larissa, it has to be organic, and you know.
I mean, for me, it does. I mean, it doesn't have to be for everybody.
Well, I think ideally, you know, it just naturally takes someone.
Absolutely.
Even a great challenger or shit. I went by Shakeology, I didn't complete the program, and then I ignored Bria for a very long time. And then the next thing, I'm signing up to be a coach and buying 21-day fix challenge pack and trying Shakeology. Some people just come to it on their own, but that took like a year and a bit. So even though the conversations are beneficial, whether they evolve right away or a year from now, as long as you're having those conversations, that's really good, I think. I think it's like Wayne Gretzky says, you miss all the shots you don't take. So if you see something in someone, tell them, compliment them, share it, and see where it goes. Or if people are dropping clues, like I need to move and I know this woman, she's a single mom and she's got 2 kids and she always likes my stuff and she posts things that are exactly like the things that I post. And so I just said to her, you and I have so much in common. We think alike. You're very inspiring. The things that you share, I love. Have you ever thought about this? And we've been talking about it for about 5 months. I don't know what's going to happen, but I think in the fall she might join me. And I'd rather, have lots of conversations and know they're going to take a while.
That's true.
I think though too, like the more conversations that you have, you absolutely get better at doing it. So, I mean, I was not confident in the beginning to recruit. So I was just like a hobby coach that did this really casually. But then when I started to present the opportunity, like even to my challenge groups, like it just gets so much easier. And it's that whole feeling forward thing.
And Larissa, you're really great on social media about like talking about recruiting. Like I don't, not that I can't do it, but like you're really confident. Like it makes it seem like you have this huge team of people. Like like it
Thank you.
Like really legit, right? Like I'm not saying you're not the big time, but you know what I mean? It looks like you're confident about it. It's good. So I love this topic. I could talk about this for hours, but I want to move on because I have 3 other topics that won't take as much time. But I want to move on to personal development. And okay, I can't see everyone, but I see Danny. I know Danny's a new coach, so welcome. And he's probably like, what is this personal development stuff? I'm sure Bria talked to you about it, but let's talk about what's working for us. And I just want to say I listened to I don't know if this guy's a little bit snaky. I think he is, but I listened to his call anyways, or he did the top coach call, Miguel Carrasco or whatever. He's one of the top coaches in Canada right now, if not the top coach. Anyways, he did a whole presentation on or podcast on personal development, and it really made sense because people always say, what are you listening to? But it really is such an individual thing. And what he said is he's got this thing called a board of mentors. So you pick 5 or 6 different categories. So his categories were Beachbody, mindset, relationship, leadership, finance, and entrepreneurship. And I find that I do the same thing. I just hadn't pegged it as something. So in each category, he has different people that he listens to. So for Beachbody, he's got his 2 or 3 top coaches. For mindset, like I agree with him. I love Gary Vaynerchuk. I don't know if you guys listen to his stuff on YouTube, but it's crash. He's vulgar. He swears, but it speaks to me because he's just like tells it how it is. And I love that stuff for mindset. Relationship, there's books like Love Language to help connect with people. Relationship. Leadership, anything by Stephen Covey. Like the last training I did was all Stephen Covey type stuff. Finances, there's Tony Robbins. Entrepreneurship, there's tons of stuff out there. So I kind of agree with Miguel, just that you gotta look at like who do you call on when you need advice and direction. Find those people, and the way
Erica, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
To that John Acuff, the one about just like getting started or whatever. I love that book.
Okay, sorry, I faded out there, but continue on.
I don't know. I have so many. I'm like, I have a whole shelf over there.
There's Erica back.
Are you back?
Sorry, I had bad reception. I was outside. Yeah, what I was saying was basically that my point was YouTube is like such a wealth of information. Can you hear me now? Yes? Yes? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. YouTube is such a wealth of information.
Yep.
And if you don't know what you want to listen to, just Google it, go on YouTube and put in motivation and type in whatever you're struggling with. if it's motivation, if it's recruiting, if it's, finances, whatever it is, if it's confidence, there's stuff out there for everyone. There's tons of all the Audible books. All the books are there for free. The Slate Edge I listen to on Audible for free. Crush It is there for free. All the books that we're buying, they're there for free. So, anyone else?
On Audible?
PD? But Jode,
Are you saying that the books are free on YouTube, or you're saying that they're free on Audible?
I'm saying they're free on YouTube. I'm saying I'm calling them Audibles. I know they're not free on Audible. You have to buy them.
Right.
But I found them all for free on YouTube. And I just plug in when I'm driving. I plug in my phone into my charger, and I pull up YouTube and I listen to entire books for free. You just got to find them. Like I was saying, I personally really like Gary Vaynerchuk. So he's the author of Jab, Jab, Jab book. What is that? Jab, Right Hook book, whatever. Jode, I think you're reading that, or you read that, right? Anyways, he's, like I was saying, he's really vulgar and he swears a lot, but he's super successful. He's very motivating, and he's got a ton of stuff on YouTube. And
Erica, we lost.
Internet sucks.
So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
So everybody should try that.
Okay.
Is you back yet?
Hi, I'm back. Sorry, my internet connection is unstable. I don't know why. It's been fine all day. Oh my goodness. Anyways, did you guys get something out of the PD? I know you're probably talking when I was.
Maybe turn off your Wi-Fi. And use
Sorry, Jode, I can't hear you.
That you posted, Jody, I was like, my leg was just getting up like 2 inches up off the ground. I'm like, look at how high hers is going. Nicely done.
I'm probably using the lightest resistance band. It's one of the really hard ones.
Okay, sorry guys, I'm back, and I switched to a different connection. Hopefully that's better. Oh my goodness, so annoying. Anyways, let's move on to challenge group scripts. So I think that was Jody's question. And what's everyone doing for their challenge groups? Yeah, I know I'm just creating a new one. I'm creating a new group every month, and I'm carrying forward. A lot of my coaches are in my challenge groups. I'm always co-coaching with someone. My veteran challengers also come into my new group, and I find it's working for me because the new people they talk a lot because the veteran people talk. Everyone's talking, so that's working for me personally. What's everyone else doing?
Well, Erica, what about scripts? Like I used when you and I co-coached, I saved your posts.
Yeah.
So then the group I just finished now, I used the posts I had posted in our co-coach group and yours. So now I'm having somebody that's going to be in another group the third time. So now I'm going to have to change things up.
Yeah. So the first 2 months I used the same script over and over again, and now I just make it up as I go because I can't do the same thing because it's boring.
Yeah.
You can't, and you know what I'm doing? Like, I know some people like to schedule. I don't like to schedule. I like to go with the dynamic of the group. Like some months I have groups that like they love wine, and so we'll talk about wine. I'll post about wine or whatever, and I'll cater my posts to the dynamic of the group. So I find it really does change every month, and it's so easy to go quickly to Google an image.
Yeah. Oh, I do that all the time.
Right? Like I just think there's no point in copying and pasting a script anymore. It doesn't seem as real. I'm doing a ton of live video. Like
yes,
I live video at least twice a week right now. Like I don't so it's less work actually than scripting. And I find when you're doing live video in your challenge groups, your challengers connect more with you, and they're more likely to continue into the next group. That's what I'm finding.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you doing that in the morning? Like, you're getting up, you're doing a live video.
I look like crap. Sometimes I just finished working out and I'll sweat. I'm like, guys, I just did my workout. I feel awesome. How do you feel? Like, if I had a coach doing that, I'd be like, oh my God, she's up at 7 doing her workout. I better get on that.
Mm.
So I don't know. I just think it's more organic and better for me. It's more real that like I'm doing it. Are you doing it? And it's more of a good group feeling if you're doing a lot of live video.
Very authentic.
Yeah, and it doesn't take up space on your phone.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you're just motivating them? You're just checking in? Like, are you giving recipes? How do you make sure you don't like repeat?
Well, I've been doing I always do a contest, and now I used to do the contest the last week of the month or of the group, but now I start it the first week right after prep week, and I keep track of the points. I post a graphic. I think Chanel posted something like that the other day. I post a graphic. I actually copied Jen Wall. Jen Wall's top coach, and I listened to her podcast on how she runs challenge groups. It was genius. So I copied her system, which she runs all month for challengers, and I give a prize at the end of the month.
What kind of prize are you giving out?
Right now I've been doing the Fixate cookbook, but now like so many people have the Fixate cookbook, I think I have to change it up to something else. It'll probably be something Beachbody. I'm thinking it's going to be one of those like 10 packs or the packs of the performance line, because that's pretty awesome. Because I'm making like a lot of chia seed puddings and stuff with the performance line. People are like, what is that? So now they can try it.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. I like to give Beachbody gifts, because then it's something that they can recommend to, if they're a potential coach, they can recommend it to, their challengers. It's another way for them to try other products, other whatever videos, DVDs, whatever, stuff on sale I get to. But yeah, I don't know. My biggest thing is I love that live video. I feel like all my challenge groups are like real now, and they're not scripted at all. I don't talk about Shakeology and like the superfoods and this and that. I talk about like real stuff. Like, guys, I haven't had diarrhea in 2 years. You know what I mean? Like it's like real stuff. I don't know. I can say that more in a live video than typing it. Like I just told you all that right now. I don't know. What else are you guys doing for your ongoing groups or starting new groups?
Well, I think I might try that, because I've been doing the same thing, an ongoing group, and everybody's just rolling in. Some people have been in my groups now for 6 or 7 months, and it's kind of like crickets, like it's getting quiet. So I think I need to do a 1-over and just start from scratch and try something totally new.
So do you have like the same group, Krista, and it just keeps like, you just add people?
Yeah, it's the same group that's just adding every month. Some veteran challengers, kind of go in and out, but some have been the whole time, and then I just add the new ones in every month as they come. And it starts off great and it peters off. Like right now we're in the last weekend, and it's like 2 or 3 people are talking. And
yeah. And the other thing I noticed is if you have a week between your challenge groups, like right now is a week off, which I never have. I've never had this, but I'm noticing this week, none of my people are in their challenge group, and they're messaging me. They're like, I'm missing the group. I don't feel accountable. I need help. When can we start? Like I have people messaging me about the group that's starting next week already because they miss it. So I think it's good to like give them a little break where they don't get to see you every day and they don't get the camaraderie in the group. Give them a little break and then put them back in and we're like super pumped again.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
One thing I was thinking, because the veteran ones have been doing it for so long, like do they even need to be a part of prep week, or should I tell them to like take prep week off, go do whatever you want, and then come in fresh when we start the 21 days again? Maybe.
Well, what I've been doing with my veteran people is I introduce everyone. I say, this group is full of, coaches. People are on their second, third, 18th round. And some of these people are doing prep week, and some of them are starting with their workouts, and you're going to see them posting recipes and workouts, and they're excited. And I find that it's good because the new people know that they're not supposed to be doing that, but they're kind of excited that, wow, look how excited these people are. Look how much they're loving their program. So I think as long as you let the new people know that, don't worry, you're not behind kind of thing. That's what I've been doing.
Mm-hmm. I think the group enjoys knowing everybody. Like, I think if I were new to a group and there were like 4 people there that didn't participate at all in prep week, and I didn't understand why, I would be like, why are they in this group with me? They're not with me. Like, I'm not connecting with them at all. So that's a good idea to sort of explain what they're doing. Do you use a script for prep week?
Somewhat. Yeah, you know what? For prep week, because there's certain things you have to cover. I cover the things, like I cover about club membership. I cover about the meal plan, about eating enough. Like, yeah, I do somewhat use your original script, Jode, and I just change the pictures and add things in depending on my specific group and what their issues are. If they have the certain, sometimes I have groups that are struggling and they don't eat breakfast. So I'll give a prep week post about breakfast and how important it is.
Nice.
Right? But yeah,
awesome.
You're right. Prep week is more like you got to give them materials. You got to post your 21-day fix calendar, your nutrition plan in case they don't have their pack, things like that.
I think the most important thing we can do in challenge groups is be authentic and excited and still participating in our own fitness journey. That's what people are attracted to, right? We've done something they want to do. We're on this journey. We're continuing. We're not, me a year and a half ago just couldn't get going. Now I've done it. So I think I love when they say, like, be a product of the product. That is so important in your challenge groups. Do you guys post your sweaty selfies every day in your challenge group? Do you every single day?
Yeah.
I like the idea. I think it encourages other people to do it, right? And they get comfortable doing it.
Yeah. And it's good for them to see you at your ugliest. Like, I look ugly. Like, I'm sweating. My hair's pasted to my head. I don't care. You should look like that if you worked out. If you worked out, you should be sweating. I think it's good. Yeah, I don't know. Anyone else? Anything before we move on to the last quick topic? All right. Well, the last quick topic, and I don't know, I think it was Veronica. I don't even think she's on, but we're talking about it anyways, is how do you control the conversation in inviting? And my thought is, and this is just my sales background, and I think I talked about this before, never bring up price until the very end. And if they ask about it, defer. Don't talk about price, because as soon as you talk about price, you're taking the value away from our products and what you offer. So if people ask me about price, I answer them back with a question. I always start with questions, several questions. What are your goals? Where do you struggle? What's not working for you currently? What are you doing currently? Well, how much does your program cost? Oh, well, I want to, I just need to understand a little bit more about you first. I would just bring it back to them. And then naturally they will talk about themselves and what they're looking for. And that's when I would send them I have a script basically of, here's what I can help you with. Here's how, and I always send a promo video. And I usually find once people have seen the promo video, they've pretty much decided this is for them or not. And then you can bring up the cost, because all of their questions have been answered. You never want to bring up the cost of something before their questions have been answered.
But what about those people that just keep asking you, what's the cost? Like,
before you even talk about what it is,
I've had that a lot.
I would say I would want to see, what are you saying to them first to get that response? Because no one has ever asked me what is the cost until I'm done.
Really?
Yeah, honestly, that's why I'm wondering, what are you saying? What is your initial intro to invite kind of thing?
Well, let's just say someone says, oh, like, I'm really interested in what you're doing. Can you tell me more about it? Sure. Here's the scoop, blah, blah, blah. Where are you at? Well, I'm not doing anything yet. How much does your program cost?
Okay.
And then I'll sort of be like, well, here's everything you get.
Well, okay, so right there when they're saying, okay, well, I'm not doing much, whatever, you know, what does it cost? I would say, oh, well, did you used to do something? You know, did you used to be into health and fitness? Have you had kids? Or I would, again, turn it back to their life, their lifestyle, and what happens that made them miss out, and how did it make them feel? How does it make them feel that they can no longer have the time to do what they want to do and take care of their body? I would bring it back to that, 100%. Bring it back to them and how it makes them feel and what do they want, and bring it back to a feeling. When you have feeling, people care less about cost. So as much as we want to talk about products, some people you can just send them the promo video and they're like, sign me up. I had one of those yesterday, but I have like 30 other people that are like trying to bring it to cost, and I'm trying to bring it back to their emotion, because that's where you have to go if people have objection, is bring it back to the emotion and what's in it for them. I don't know, anyone else have any suggestions on that, dealing with the cost question or keeping control?
I find right now it's so helpful to have it on promo or on sale, because I can say, okay, this is what you get, blah, 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 blah. And it's only $164, regularly $100 blah, 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 right? Which makes it sound even better, like after you've done all the questions and answering everything. But I find that saying it in that way, it's only blah, 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 I find that's helpful.
Yeah, that's true. It is helpful.
I think that's what helped me this month, or this past month, hit Success 12, because it was on promo. So, you know, oh, you got to get in there before the month is up, you know, got to buy your challenge pack before it goes off sale or whatever. And I even said to some people, like, even if you're not planning on starting it now, buy it now and start when you're ready, because it's on sale and it doesn't go on sale often.
Yeah, good point. It won't, right? It doesn't go on sale every month. So
like, it happened to be on sale again this month, but how long until it goes back on sale again, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Probably when does Country Heat launch?
Country Heat will be August, so this will be done. And they never do it more than 2 months in a row, right?
And they're strategic about it. Everybody's going to be all loving on autumn, and then a new program will come out with autumn, which is great. It's really, there's always something on promo, which I think is awesome.
Yeah.
At the same time, I also think even $186 for 30 meals, even just 30 meals, is a really good deal.
Yeah.
Plus an awesome fitness program and a great eating plan and a free coach. Like, the free coach, actually, I thought was like, I remember when I started with Priya, she was kind of the way that you are describing, Erica, where she would kind of defer my questions, and I kept thinking, how the hell does this work? She's a free coach. How does she make, like, how does she gain from this? Anyway.
Yeah. And that's the other thing is, like, I highlight big time the accountability. You can message me anytime. You're about to have a donut, message me, talk to me. I'm here for you as your personal coach to kick your butt. Is your gym going to do that? They are not going to do that for you. I had one lady, she wasn't going to sign up with me last month because she bought some big diet book and it has all these workouts. I'm like, is your book going to tell you when to do your workout? Is your book going to ask you if you're on plan? She's like, no, good point. Yeah, good point. We offer something that no one else offers. And it goes back to what I said at the beginning. If your mindset is right and you gotta fully believe in yourself and what you're doing, your people are going to feel that. And don't talk about price, because that's the last thing. That's like final, ready to sign up. What's the price? So that's my thoughts. Anyone else? I think that was it. We're at 9:10. So, and I'm sorry, but we had a little bit of connection issue. But I really appreciate you guys jumping on. And I'm going to stop recording, and we'll put this up for everyone. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Have a great night.
Bye.
Bye.